bad for a lot of these women coming up, because it's like they don't even know what's right, man. The people they look up to is screwed. Their minds are completely screwed up. You know what I mean? Setting all type of bad examples, man, for these young women. And I got a daughter. You feel me? I got a young daughter, man, and I gotta keep her on track. I gotta keep her mind right, man, because she's coming up in a generation now where not only the music is screwed up, man, everything's screwed up. You feel me? So I'm really gonna have to keep her in line. And I mean that video, I mean, there's a lot of music that's put out, you know, speaking on the same shit. You know what I'm saying? But that song just came across my feed. I listened to it, and I'm just like, damn, this is a prime example of what's wrong with a lot of these women, man, and their mindset. Sitting there praising that bullshit, bro. The entire song was about pussy, man. The entire song. And I feel bad for...
Oh my God, not an entire song about females rapping about WAP. Like, God forbid a male do that.
Let's go. You know it's baby, nigga. Oh Lord, Jesse made another one. She wanna fuck with me, but I don't got the time. Just hopped off of
just females. Females are just so messed up with their promiscuity.
time with me. Got a red white hoe like a peppermint. Put the hotel, take the vibes in. She gon' fuck me and fuck with my brethren. My brother know. Having 3 hoes in the king side. I ain't finished yet. Need another bitch. Got a riding dick and screaming hee haw. You made me proud, girl. You a cowgirl. Did a handstand. I'm like, wow, girl. Got me fucking her upside down. Ooh, bow, bow. Yeah, we going dumb. Say she wanna come. I'm looking like when? She looking like now. Some more came in. Say they wanted 2. I tatted my brother. Bitch, I'm out. I know. She wanna fuck with me, but I don't got the...
Men, they don't do that or something. So I wasn't going to talk about this because I felt like there were so many people already covering all of this. But after careful consideration, I just need to talk about this because this is just absolutely ridiculous. I've been seeing so many videos on Twitter about the WAP video and why people just have such an issue with women talking about WAP. And you know what? It's not even about that. It's about simply because of the success of the song and people trying to put this under a microscope like this is just some big phenomenon and how this must be stopped. And I see parents getting on Twitter talking about how this is terrible and how our generation is screwed up in the head. It's very frustrating, and it's extremely just ignorant that 2 artists that I personally like a lot are just being scrutinized in this way. And it's so hypocritical because I could see if this was like a rap problem, like if people were like, you know, this is why rap is such a big problem, or people were like, you know, they're making this, you know, a music problem, and no, they're making this a female problem, like it's just females that are doing this, and that's what's so irritating about all of this, especially because Cardi B, for example, Cardi B in the song. A lot of people are like targeting her like, oh, you know, this is all she raps about, and you know, this generation is messed up in the head. Like, Cardi B has other songs where she talks about, you know, personal stuff like Ring with Kalani and Be Careful. Like, she branched off into other songs like Through Your Phone. She talked about other matters, and those didn't sell well. I mean, they sold well. Be Careful did well, but I'm saying, like, in comparison to her other songs, they don't do well. She releases songs like this, and they don't get the reaction and the, you know, the sales that she wants to. So she goes back, okay, you know, people don't want to hear that. Let me go back to what's popping. I don't understand why people are taking this song so personal, like someone's getting attacked or someone's being hurt, when there are actually people in the world that are actually being abused and innocently killed, and people are very quiet about that. And that's what's just, this is crazy. Like, every time this happens with Nicki Minaj as well. During the Pink Print, everyone was focused on, oh my God, Anacondas, oh my God, rap is dead, oh my God. But Nicki Minaj had other songs in there like Pills and Potions. She had All Things Go, The Crying Game, Bed of Lies. No, Crickets. There's nothing wrong with criticizing something or criticizing a song, but don't attack the artist when the artist definitely steps outside their comfort zone and delivers emotional material that I don't pay attention to. I'm so tired of ignorant people. Oh, this just came across my feed. Let me just make a video critiquing this artist that I don't even listen to on a day-to-day basis. It's okay to have an opinion about a song, but to attack an artist and to attack someone's like entire discography and be like, oh my God, this generation is going to be so messed up, like you're not a parent. These people are not role models. These people are not made for your children to look up to. That is your job as a parent. And me growing up as a child, I've heard explicit songs all my life. I mean, you know, there's certain songs that even when they were censored, you still got the meaning about what they were saying. It's not about the songs that influence you. Songs are not telling you to go out and do these things. It's about parents or just any kind of legal guardian in general to point you in the right direction on what's right and what's wrong. That is a parent's job. And I don't understand this, why there's such controversy around a song about WAP. I don't understand that at all. There is much worse that people are rapping about. There are male rappers rapping about killings and black on black crime and toting and moving drugs. And there are people rapping about drugs that don't even take drugs. Like what? There was a rapper that recently just died over drug overdosing, and then literally in an interview of his, he was talking about how he got put on to drugs by Future, a rapper who don't even take drugs.
Yeah, so
You always had issues with drugs even before you started to get famous and rich?
yeah, for sure. I mean, it was something that I was into early, low-key, due to music. Because, like, I was a music head, so, like, in 6th grade, 7th grade, I'm hearing songs about sipping lean. Those are, like, the real influential years, I feel like, especially for, like, a boy. Like, finding out who your role models are, what you like, basketball, football. That's, like, when you start kind of choosing the dreams you want to chase, damn near.
Right.
So, like, 6th, 7th grade, I was hooping, I was playing baseball. I was good at both at the time. But I was also, like, freestyling, and I was really into music. Like, I used to damn near worship the shit. Like, I was into music so much. So my family putting me on to all this different music, Future, Gucci, all these niggas talking about drugs, bro.
You can't help but ignore how fun or how interesting, at least, they're making Xans and Lean and all the shit sound.
Yeah, bro. Like, when I heard Future, the first song I ever heard by Future was Ain't No Way Around It. The second song I've ever heard by Future is Dirty Sprite, like off the first Dirty Sprite mixtape. And that shit had me wanting to sip lean at like 11, 12 years old, bro.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Like, why are people not talking about that? It seems like every time a male rapper does something, it's crickets. No one's talking about it. But when a female does it, it's like, and this isn't even about like sex appeal and all that, because female rappers get so much flack about that. They get so much flack about, oh my God, like all she is sex appeal. But then for the past 10 years, if their favorite male rapper has not done a music video without at least 30 hookers in it. But no one's talking about that. We're talking about the female rappers who just happen to just be doing the same thing with their own body. I don't understand that. Men take on their own narrative about sex, degrading women, treating them as dummies, like they're just nothing more than just a body. But when women own up to their bodies and respect themselves and they degrade men, it's such a big problem, and people take that so personally. That's ridiculous to me. Or this whole thing about female rappers, that female rappers need to rap perfectly, they need to look good, they need to get on stage and dance and put on a show, and oh my gosh, she's tired, she can't perform well. But meanwhile, their favorite rapper, the most iconic move they can do is a jump and a fist pump in the air and take their shirt. This double standard in rap just needs to stop, and it's so angering to see because it's so much worse in the male counterpart of things. And females are just now starting to take on and own up to their own narrative of sex and starting to empower themselves. And then you have people coming out talking about this generation is screwed. I'm so tired of hearing that. I'm so tired of hearing like, oh, you know, music back in the day, they wasn't like this. When there are plenty of artists today there are plenty of conscious rappers, there are plenty of conscious female rappers. And I think Cardi B even talked about this one day. I think when another one of her songs, when Jermaine Dupri came out, when he was talking about female rappers are just like strippers today or something stupid like that. And Cardi B, you know, she came on and addressed things, and she simply said herself that you know, I released, well, in simple terms, she came out and said, you know, I released Be Careful. And, you know, it did well, but you could tell that, like, you know, people wanted me to go back to what, you know, I typically rap about. You know, she likes rapping about, you know, WAP and all of that. But let's not sit around and act like men don't do this. I'm getting away from the point. But the point is, she named a bunch of conscious female rappers, and she even, like, she shouted them out. It's that people don't want to focus on those rappers. And let's not blame what the general public likes. Let's not judge what the general public likes, because if these rappers have conscious songs, they have different songs. You guys are just not deciding to listen to it. Instead, y'all deciding to focus on whatever's viral right now, and then y'all have the nerve to criticize it, and it's so ignorant to me. that people who don't even like listen to these artists are just sitting here criticizing it because it's something that just came across their feed, and they felt such need that they had to get online and talk about it. They had to talk. It's so annoying when people get online and they have like a portion of the story. They have like 10% of a story, and they have the nerve to get online and talk about their opinion, their half-ass opinion. That's so ignorant, and that's just so annoying. And this narrative that people just keep forming online, that these, oh my god, like they're just hoes, and they just want to they're like celebrating like sleeping around with other men and stuff. But when the baby does it, he's that nigga. Oh my god, he does. And you know, there's nothing wrong with any of this. There's nothing wrong with being vulgar and promiscuous in your raps at all. There's nothing wrong about any of that. What's wrong is that people are trying to make it wrong when a certain gender is doing it like it's different, when it's not different. And it's literally just the gender. That's literally the only difference in any of this. And that's what makes such a big problem. And it's so frustrating to see, because it's so ignorant. It's extremely ignorant, because it's like, there's a simple solution to all this. I'm like, I got a daughter. Okay, keep her away from the music. It's not hard. You're a parent, right? And even if she was to be exposed to this, are you not a parent? Is your job not to guard your child and teach her and learn and be like, you know, come to a better understanding about what the video is about? The video is not hypnotizing you, telling you to, you know, go out and sleep with a bunch of men. Like, people just, this is annoying. And this narrative, Megan Thee Stallion is a grown woman. She's rich. She's independent. At a young age, she doesn't need to ask anybody for nothing. She's a senior in college. She's about to not only graduate, but she's about to like have this whole plan, and she's like putting her own friends on and opening up like buildings, like medical administration, something like that. Like, she has a plan, she has a goal in her life, and that's the narrative that you need to be teaching your children. Not oh my god, like she's talking about WAP. And no, these are women that are doing their own thing and that don't even need to be asking anybody for anything or any handouts. That's the narrative that needs to be that needs to be expressed. But it just comes to a point where people want to see what they want to see. Like, it's like, the narrative is obvious. We all know what the narrative is. It just comes down to what people want to see out of people. And it's so ignorant that people have such strong opinions about stuff that they don't even know about. You can say you don't like the song at the end. No. People want to make this a female rap thing, and that's what's so. Oh my god, let me calm down. But that was my rant. And just to clarify, I don't have any animosity against the baby or anyone that I like featured in my video or anything. I like the baby's music. I like Megan's music. I like everyone's music. It's just that when one side does it, it gets the narrative is different from when a male does it. When a female does it, it's promiscuous. It's, oh, they're a hoe and they're glorifying the whole life. But when a man is doing it, it's, oh, it's a party song, it's a club song, I don't know. Or literally no one talks about it. But yeah, I have nothing against anybody. And yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and yeah, I'm out.
Prime example of what's wrong with a lot of these women, man, and their mindset. Sitting there praising that bullshit, bro. The entire song was about pussy, man. The entire song. And I feel bad for